Have you ever wondered, what are the principles of true leadership? In this video, I will give you principles of true leadership, and we shall discuss the most important of them all, passion. But before I do that, I will tell you what true leadership is not. True leadership is not a disregard for ethical principles or a focus on personal gain, but rather, it's a focus on self-expression. True leadership is not self-centered, but rather people-centered. It is the service of oneself to the people. It is the serving of your gift to the world. It is not a lack of accountability, but rather the ownership of responsibility. It is not the ability to oppress or manipulate people, but to inspire them. It is not about positions or titles, or exercising authority over people, but empowering them and sharing authority. God, the Almighty Creator, demonstrated true leadership when He created mankind and gave him rulership over the earth, thus empowering all mankind to rule. Now that we know what true leadership is not, let us examine what true leadership is. True leadership is inherent in the human spirit. Every person was created to be a leader, but they must discover themselves and become one. True leadership cannot be taught. It must be discovered. True leadership is self-discovery, not techniques and methods. True leadership is about serving your gifts to the world. True leadership is self-deployment and not employment. True leadership is self-manifestation of yourself and not proving yourself to anybody. True leadership is self-exposure. It is like a plant bearing fruits for the world. In the world today, there are not many true leaders. Many so-called leaders are only on a mission to serve themselves. They desire leadership positions to serve their own ambitions. They use all sorts of manipulative and psychological techniques to secure positions and promotions, not because they want to serve the people, but because of selfish gain. A true leader uses his gifts to serve the people. He sacrifices all for the sake of his vision. A true leader's vision is always to benefit other people and not himself. This is why the greatest leader is the one who serves the most. Think of any great leader you know. They have given themselves, their gifts to the world. A mark of a true leader is his ability to deny himself. Many times they go without food, water, or self-pleasures. They become so passionate about their purpose that it kills every hunger in them, but raises a hunger to fulfill their destiny. They would sacrifice their flesh for the spirit. But how do one become a leader? The very first step is in discovering who you are and deciding to become that person. When you expose your real self, you become a leader. The real gift that you have begins to manifest. Leadership is very exciting and requires a lot of focus. A leader is born when he discovers what his contribution to the world's destiny is. A leader is a dreamer who is focused on that dream. He keeps seeing pictures of who he must become. These pictures produces a conviction. The conviction is a strong belief that he was born to do something in the world. And when this conviction is ignited, it begins to develop into a vision of who he will become. Then the leader starts to imagine himself doing those things that he sees. He sees pictures of him doing it in his mind. This vision is what produces a passion, and that passion motivates and pushes him to go for his dreams. Passion is the fuel that keeps you up all night, that drives away sleep, that wakes you up early in the morning. Passion is what keeps you going even when you are weak, tired, discouraged, or feeling depressed. Passion will remind you of your vision and get you up and keep you going. The reason why many people are followers is because they don't have passion. Passion is the key to inspiration. Your passion produces inspiration, and if you cannot inspire people, you must manipulate them. This is why many people are not true leaders. If you are passionate about something, you will be excited to wake up. You will be excited to do it over and over again. I am passionate about my dreams and purpose, and it keeps me excited. It reminds me of why I exist. For example, I am very passionate about leadership, and I hate oppression and discrimination. It gets me angry every time I see oppression take place. This reminds me of Moses. Moses was a man who was very passionate about his people. One time he got so angry with oppression that he murdered an Egyptian who was fighting with his fellow Hebrew. Passion is very powerful and can be very dangerous if not properly utilized. Moses was so passionate about his purpose, he refused to eat for 40 days and 40 nights because he had to spend time in the presence of God. Nelson Mandela was a man of passion and purpose who went to jail for what he believed in. Many of our political leaders in the world today are not true leaders. They are manipulators. They deceive and manipulate the people for selfish gain. If you cannot inspire them, you must manipulate them. You cease being a leader when you can no longer inspire them. You therefore become a dictator. Inspiration is a very powerful tool in leadership. If you must influence people, you must learn how to inspire them. In order to be effective as a leader, you must seek to find the source of inspiration. How do you inspire people? The source of inspiration is passion. Passion is what produces inspiration. For you to produce inspiration, you must become passionate about something. Passion is very infectious. It is the ignition that sparks inspiration in people. When you meet someone who is passionate about something, it affects you. That is why true leaders have found something to die for. Their passion has consumed them and they are willing to die for it. That passion creates a tremendous inspiration that is infectious and it spreads like wildfire. These are the qualities of a true leader. Which of these do you possess? Which of these are you developing? When will you become yourself? When will we meet you?